Cardi B is trying to address the nappy, but her fans are not happy. Having an exaggerated big rhinoceros bubble butt is okay. Marrying a black man and having a beautiful black family while rapping is okay. But her releasing a hair care line to cure neck naps is causing a lot of backlash from the black community. Cardi B is confused because not only do her kids suffer from Brillo pad textured hair, Cardi B herself was also raised with coarse hair, and now she's online going off on her black female fans for even speaking about not supporting her new brand. We're about to get into this news, but before we do, I need y'all to do me a favor and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's listen to what Cardi B had to say about this.
And I'm seeing a lot of debates about a lot of you mad at. And one thing I'm not gonna let you do, because this is something that I struggle my whole life, and I don't even want to get emotional talking about this, but it's something that is real, and it's something that is it's my story, and I have to talk about it. Like, one thing about you bitches, you are not gonna tell me about the pain that I put for my hair. You are not gonna be here sitting up talking, telling me like this, that why are we buying her hairline? It's not for this, it's not for that, it's not for this. First of all, let me tell you something. When I was a little girl, one of my biggest insecurities was my hair. And one thing that I always tell myself, the insecurity that I have from having my hair, I'm gonna make sure that if my daughter have my hair texture, I would never let her feel that. Because growing up, I had so much insecurities because of my hair. And it's the honest truth. Especially when you come from a family that is like it has so many different hair textures. And especially growing up, like the Disney princesses, they have hair to their feet. You seen my shit. My most viral pictures of me when I'm a little girl, when I'm like this, you see my hair crunched up, fucked up. I had a hair growth sprout when I was like 9 years old. That's when I could finally feel like my hair getting kind of long. My whole life, when I was a little girl, that was one of my biggest insecurities, my hair. Because when I wet my hair don't get no curly. When I was a little girl, I felt like no matter how much I condition my hair, no matter how thin, when I wet my hair, condition it, in 40 minutes, my hair was crunchy as shit. That's how I felt. Being a little girl and you telling your mom, I want to go to school with a ponytail. What ponytail? You're doing 8 little ponytails in your hair because that's what you need to do. I'm walking around school with a jean jacket and 8 little buns on my hair to have my hair growing. So you're not going to tell me about the pain that I put in my to grow. You're not going to tell me. You're not going to tell me about my hair. You're not going to tell me how happy I was when I had to tell my mom to perm my hair when I was 8 years old. Because guess what? I was getting Dominican blowouts, and guess what? In 3 hours, that shit was sweated out and napped out. I used to slap gel on my hair. Mind you, back in the days when I was younger, it was no edge control. I put gel on my hair. Next thing you know, that shit is crinkled down. I'm trying to put my hair to the side. I'm trying to do a little side swoop. That shit's crinkled down, crinkled. And I could show you pictures when I was a little girl. Being a little girl, you'll see my high school graduation picture. Barely have hair, chopped up. So you just not gonna sit here and tell me about my hair journey and what I gotta do, what I had to do to make my hair become healthy, so I could grow healthy hair. You just not gonna tell me. Especially you seen the kids that I'm raising. My kids don't got that mixed hair. My kids ain't got that. But guess who's keeping my daughter's and my son's hair healthy? Me. So you ain't gonna tell me like, oh, she of course her hair grow because she's la Latina, la. What you think Latinos got hair like Mexicans and all nice and soft? That's not how it works. So you ain't gonna tell me the pain that I put for my tresses to be healthy and long. You ain't gonna tell me about my pain when I was growing up, how I felt. Some bitches will put their hair up in a bun and they be out the door. I used to be aggravated every day doing my hair. That's why I was like, box braid my shit. When I was in high school, box braid my shit. Sometimes I had to spend 4 months to get my hair box braid because I couldn't even afford it. But that was the easiest me because I was tired. That bitch barely had hair. And you bitches gonna think you're gonna tell me about the struggle that I had with my own hair. This ain't no nap competition. This ain't no who got the worst hair. You ain't gonna tell me about my shit. Now, and let me tell you something else. This hair product, it took 3 years to develop. And I got it all recorded. It took me 3 years to develop this shit. So we could all have some good hair. So our shit could grow good. And not only just grow good, to keep it moisturized. Bitches out here trying to have a nap competition with me. How you gonna tell me about my own shit? How you gonna tell me about my own? I'm going to kindergarten with my hair done, my hair not done because I'm crying, and my mom can't do four ponytails on me because I'm crying. I'm like, don't want to get your hair done, go to school. And my hair fucked up and make fun of my hair. I got my cousins, my Dominican cousins, my fucking bitches from my other cousins from my mom's side with the good hair, making fun of my shit because they got some good hair and I don't. And you gonna try to sit here and tell me about my struggle. What up you think you want to tell me about my hair struggle? Now you want to have a nap competition. Why you gonna tell me? I got proof my shit was fucked up. I got proof. I came out my mom with my hair, bitch, barely growing. I had my hair growth sprout at 9 years old. That's when my shit was looking lengthy. And guess what? And out of nowhere, it stopped growing. Then I stopped growing again when I was like 13. And you gonna tell me about my shit? How you gonna tell me about my shit? Why you think you don't ever see me in a pool with my real hair? I'm scared to fuck my shit up. After all the pain I put, after all them onions that I put in my head, after all them avocados and them eggs I put in my head, I'm scared to fuck it up. So you ain't gonna tell me about my hair struggles, my insecurities that I had growing up. You're not gonna tell me. Went to the Dominican salon, that wasn't enough for me. I was like, all right, now you need to take me to Harlem. Still, that was my struggles growing up. You're not gonna tell me about my struggles. You're not gonna tell me about my hair pain. So I just wanna tell you about yourself. You ain't went through that. You ain't went through that. I got proof. I got pictures. Fuck is you telling me? You ain't telling me. And then you see my kids hair texture. You had a crackhead telling me that my daughter hair is bald. You had a whole crackhead calling my daughter bald. Who the fuck you think is taking care of my daughter hair? You bitches never satisfied. It took me 3 years to do this hairline so we could all have some good shit. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, if my hairline ain't good, you gonna be talking shit about it. So I made sure that shit's good. I made sure my shit's researched. I made sure that I put good money on the research on my product. Not only do I have recipes from my grandmother's kitchen, I have people from Korea putting that new technology on my shit so we could all have some good hair. So you're not gonna tell me about my struggles. You ain't gonna tell me about my kitchen. Bitches always want to tell somebody about they all them tears I cried when I was a little girl because my hair was barely up to my shoulders. Because you gonna tell me that it wasn't when I got millions of pictures. Because you gonna tell me how I used to feel. Oh, but you Spanish. You just need to Google how Latinos look. Cause in your mind, y'all think that everybody look Mexican. And it's not like that. Plus, I came from the Dominican Republic. We are the most different type of motherfucking races in one fucking country. Bitches gonna tell me about my hair. You gonna tell me about my hair? How you gonna tell me? How you gonna tell me that I cried them tears? Because my shit was chopped up, bitch. From a little girl, I'm asking my mom, why my hair ain't growing? Why my hair ain't growing? And another thing, I want to tell y'all this to y'all women that got daughters and all that stuff, blah blah blah. Don't ever rush your kid hair not growing because your kid will eventually have a hair growth sprout. Like my hair growth sprout started when I was like 9 years old when my shit started like it's growing and stuff. Like it's like all you need to worry about is having your kid hair moisturized and healthy and not breaking. That is the most important shit. Cause sometimes like we feel like we're not doing our shit. Like it's like when I was a little girl, I feel like I wasn't doing my right. Like cause it wasn't growing and it's like no, just keep it healthy. Keep it fucking healthy. You just gonna sit here and tell me about my shit. You gonna tell me about my own pain. Who the fuck you think you is? You ain't gonna tell me. Not for real, like, cause that was one of my biggest insecurities, being a little girl.
People buy hair care products from people all the time and don't even know who they are. You're living in the house, you don't even know who you're renting from. A lot of people spend money with people that they never met, never seen, never heard. At least with Cardi B, we all know who she is. We know that she got black kids. So if you don't use the products, best believe she could be using the products on herself. She could be using the products on her kids. She could be using the products on the people in her community because let's face it, Cardi B is hip hop. She won the Grammy for the best hip hop album not that long ago. So she is the people's choice. She got the people vote a long time ago. I don't understand what all this backlash is about. If you don't want to buy Cardi B's hair care products, then you don't need to be buying hair care products from nobody. Who's the owner of the pink lotion? We don't know. Who's the owner of Blue Magic? Do they still sell Blue Magic? I haven't been in the beauty supply store since I was a kid and had to go in there with my mother. Matter of fact, I take that back. I've been to the beauty supply store one time to buy a do-rag, but the lady behind the register was so mean and so rude that I never went back. So if y'all can go to the beauty supply store and support them people all day, every day, and they don't show you no respect, they throw your money back in your hand, they don't greet you with a hello or nothing, they just take your money, and when you leave the door, they talk about you real crazy in their own language. But y'all don't want to support Cardi B. I just don't understand it. Y'all need to get out there and buy at least 2 or 3 cans of whatever Cardi B is selling, because at this point, that's my sister, that's your sister. She's black. She definitely got black up in her, or had black up in her, or keep black up in her. She got black kids. You can't talk to Cardi B about not being black. She know the struggle. Her hair been nappy ever since she was born. Y'all need to get out there and buy her hair care product. I feel like Cardi B is wrong for suing Tasha K. I feel like she's wrong for drugging those men in them hotels back in the day when she was stripping. I feel like she did a lot of wrong towards the black community, but since she made it this far, I say let her keep on rolling. Don't try to stop her at the last minute. She's already successful. Why not let her keep being successful? Out of all the stuff she done did, out of all the stuff she done said, this hair care product could be doing people a favor because a lot of people need it. Maybe it got some natural Dominican ingredients in there. Maybe she went to the motherland and got some ingredients and put it up in there. We're waiting for the product to come out to see exactly what's in it. But as of right now, I'm calling it fixing that. That's something I came up with. Because if that's what she's trying to do, then I say let her do it. Y'all support Cardi B. Make sure y'all do me a favor. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button too.